This is not financial advice, it's just the wine talking.
Welcome back to It's Just a Wine. I'm your host Melissa. Joining me today, Tal, Matilda, and a very special guest, Rita Kevrikian, owner of the hair salon La Suite in Carrefour Multisport. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So today's episode is a little bit different than what we usually do. You're our first guest, and really we want to talk about different types of investments. We've done an episode on investing, and one of the ways to invest is to have your own business, which is what you've done. And so it's inspirational, it's motivational, it's to show people that there are things that you can do to grow your money, and other than, I don't know, buying a house
or investing in the stock market.
Which is crashing today.
Yeah, don't even get me.
Sorry.
There are alternatives, and so it's about doing what you love, turning your dreams into a reality, and just doing it.
Yeah.
So
start.
Cheers to you.
Thank you so much.
And your beautiful hair salon.
Yeah.
And
so
congratulations.
It does need a moment.
Yeah.
Because it is beautiful.
Guys,
Yeah.
3 weeks, everything
Wow.
happened. Full construction, paint, everything. 3 weeks.
And
That's
everything is
wow.
possible.
I do want to bring that back up, because that is kind of wild that you
I know.
were able to do all of this in 3 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
But okay, before we go, why don't you talk to us about a win for you? Because we always do this before we get into our episodes.
I guess owning a salon at this point,
Yeah.
that's a win for me. And another good win for me is just that I've been so well with all my clients, and they love me and they all wanted to follow me. That was the biggest win for me, actually, that I could say that I'm just so blessed and so happy.
And that's huge in business,
Yeah.
because your reputation is worth so much.
And not just that, your clients are loyal to you.
Yeah.
And in the world of business, that's so important.
Yeah.
So, great win.
Especially in hairdressing, you work with a lot of clientele.
Very
right?
competitive
So
as well.
100%, very competitive, but you just need to create a bond with your clients, and
They'll
the-
keep coming
wanna
back.
come back.
The talks you have when you're
Like
when you're getting your hair done.
It's different.
Oh
It's
my
different.
God.
With the blow dryer on, we can barely
Yeah.
hear each other, but it's like
Yeah.
deep
Very
talks
deep,
happening.
trust me.
Yeah.
You get into the bed of the client too, so very deep.
You become a
conversation.
therapist as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Second
it's
job,
not-
it's my.
It's your second, yeah.
So before we get into all that talk, let's talk about a bit about yourself and your passion.
My passion. So actually, I had no idea that I ever wanted to become a hairstylist. So I just sucked in school. So you're great at financing and everything, but not my department at all. School was no for me. Actually, I had some friends that told me, why not just try hairdressing? You do our hair, you do your hair well. Try it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I have nothing to lose. Let me just go to school and try. If I'm good at it, then why not? So
Yeah.
I started school, never stopped after that.
Wow.
If it was a dream to become where I am, I don't know, because I come from a family that they're all entrepreneurs. So it does run in my blood to be an entrepreneur. I probably started wanting a big spa and everything along the career, my career kind of faded. I was very comfortable, I was okay with everything, I loved where I was, and it just, I don't know, my dreams got bigger, and not to say that I don't know how to put this, I just had to do it. My husband pushed me. He's like, we're a family. My husband's a barber, so
And
That's amazing.
He has his own.
he has 2 barber shops actually.
Oh, yeah.
And he pushed me. He's like, why don't we do something for the family?
Yeah.
We're both in the career, so
It's like a power couple.
He really
in
is.
the brand.
It's like a couple goals.
he really convinced me actually, because again, it wasn't something I was really
Exactly,
planning. So he convinced me, and I did it, and I do not regret one single bit. It's the best decision I ever did, and probably I should have
Done it
taken this
a while back.
decision maybe like a year and a half ago, literally.
I love the fact that your husband pushed you towards
Yeah.
this because sometimes we truly need that push. You know what I mean?
100%.
And because we're too afraid, you always talk about how we're so afraid to take the first step.
Yeah.
Somebody really pushing you, you can
Is
be
what-
very
Is
successful.
what sometimes you need. I know
Exactly.
I need that. You push me a lot. My husband pushes me a lot, and so because I hesitate, especially if it's something that I don't know everything about, which is impossible to know everything about anything. I always hesitate. I want to do it, and then I'm like, do I really want it? And so that the push is important, and it's amazing that it comes from your husband, and you guys build, like you said, for your own family,
Yeah.
because
It's like building a brand.
is gonna do it for you.
Because if, for example, some guy comes to his shop, maybe he can bring in his girlfriend to your shop,
100%,
Like
the
it's
wife,
a word of
yeah.
mouth, and if once your customers are loyal, then you're winning.
100%.
And it's always hard to take that first step. Like I find like I chapeau to you, sorry, that you actually,
Did this
Did
in
what you
3
wanted.
weeks?
Exactly.
If I tell you if I was scared or not, like, sorry language, but I was shitting my pants.
Yeah.
Like, I was not ready.
Yeah, of
mentally.
course, it's a huge
It's
step.
like,
because at
you
the
know
end
what?
of the day, it's your family too.
Exactly.
They're a
like,
family.
I
And-
fail, it's okay.
Yeah.
Something else. Like,
Exactly.
I'll go back to working with someone. Like,
Yeah.
I love that mindset. That's a great mindset to have because when you open this beautiful place, you have a responsibility. You have business responsibilities. But coming into with that mindset, you're gonna be okay
Yeah.
because whatever crossing your path, you'll be fine.
Yeah, because also if you don't try, you'll never know.
100%.
And so, like you just said, in hindsight now, you're like, wow, I should have done this a year and a half ago. So, like, if you didn't do it now, maybe 5 years from now, you would have been like, holy fucking shit, like, why didn't I do
Yeah.
that?
And especially the location.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
don't
honestly,
regret.
like location-wise,
Yeah.
it was my husband that found it, and he was like,
Cheers
"This
to
is
your
it."
husband.
I swear,
Pushing
like,
you a lot.
seriously,
Yeah.
thank God for
We
my
like
husband.
it.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about the location-wise. Like, how did you know you wanted to do it in a location, in a Carrefour multi-sport location, which is a great concept? Because I've never seen it. I've never thought of it, and honestly, yeah. How did you?
Again, my husband has his barber shop here. So
Oh yes. Mm.
he found the spot. For me, it was a win because like, go to the gym and just get your hair done after.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, tell me, like, if you guys go to the gym, do you feel like going in the shower and showering in the gym?
Yeah.
No,
No.
not really.
No, sorry.
I'll let you know when I start going.
But honestly, last weekend or the weekend
I've never been
before,
to the gym.
I went to the gym and like an hour and a half later, I had a bridal shower and I was free. I was rushed.
Yeah.
So had a hair salon been there, I would have probably walked in and
Do you
been like,
take
let's go.
Do you take in walk-ins or
Honestly,
mostly?
I do. If I do have space, I'll take it. If not, I have a hairstylist with me that I encourage her to have more clientele and build her clientele.
Yeah.
So she takes mostly all the walk-ins, and it just keeps your employee happy also at the end. Like you're pushing her to
Yeah.
make money at
And
the
that's
end
how
of the day.
she's also,
Yeah.
just like
Growing.
you said, you had your clientele who stayed loyal to you. That's also how your stylist builds a clientele.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Especially like there's a day like over 1,000 people that walk in and out of this
Wow.
place.
That's
So
amazing.
it's like being in a shopping mall,
I
but
swear.
Yeah.
it's not. It's more private. Like
Yeah.
it's not just a gym. There's like literally everything.
One
Like it's a
stop shop.
one-stop shop.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's
And you're
And-
right in front of the cafe, which is
Cafe or bar?
a bar.
both cafe and bar, and actually right in front is where everyone has to go to the gym.
To enter.
Oh,
so
wow.
you're,
It's like a main point.
It's
Yeah.
like
And your salon is
Perfect
very
location.
eye-catching.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's
I would-
bright.
Yes,
it's-
it's
yeah.
like-
It's
I
giving me
love the
It's giving me Kim K vibes.
I love that.
I
Yeah.
swear,
Thank you.
like
Thank
The
you.
minimalistic,
Yeah.
the brown, the beige, everything. I love it. So
You know what? Every client that walks in, they're like, "Oh my God, this is so you." I'm like, I just love how my clients know me. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so what would you say is the most rewarding part of owning your own business?
Honestly, just not having someone on top of you
Mhm.
that you need to ask for anything.
Or to
Like,
report to?
Exactly. You're just your own person. You work the way you want to
Your
and
own
what
boss.
you believe in. Just being your own boss.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you work for someone and you're not necessarily okay with what they want you to do.
Or like the values
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
Like you see things differently. Like again, I've been an employee, so I know how it feels.
Yeah.
And I would never want to treat any employee like the way like some bosses or like some employees get treated. But it just, I'm a very like going
Yeah.
with the flow
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
And
Laid back.
I see that.
exactly, and that's how I want to be with my employees. I want them to like, hey, you know what? After work, let's go grab wine. Like, yeah, down, super.
Yeah.
Let's go. you
Yeah.
know? Not that okay. Like I don't feel like seeing my boss or what. No. It's fine.
Yeah, it's because you spend a lot of time with the people you work with, and if you can't build that culture
Yeah.
and where everyone is happy, including the boss and the employees, then
Yeah.
it's just miserable for everyone.
But unfortunately, I feel like every business, let's say, they treat their employees differently. No?
Yeah.
But
Depends.
coming
Depends
back to
which-
her point, because she's been as an employee, she treats her employees with value because she wants her employees to value the place and to wear their work.
Yeah.
And to be honest, coming back to what you were saying, the freedom of your own time, I think that's a luxury that can't be bought. And you're at a place in your life where a lot of people want to be there. And
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
that's a great place to be. And you're doing great.
But I do want to give a piece of advice. Like owning a business doesn't mean that you're gonna do like nothing and do like 2 hours a day. No, it's not true.
It's more work.
It's
Yeah.
double the work.
Yeah.
It's late hours. I have a 2-year-old son that I feel bad, but I barely see him. But this is like my second baby now, so I have to put my effort and my time to grow it. And at the end of the day, I'm doing everything for him.
But
So-
this
love that.
this is also I'm a mom too, so I know that guilt, the mom guilt. But this is also at the beginning. You need to put, I mean, I don't own my own business, but you have to put in those extra long hours and put in the extra work at the beginning,
Yeah.
or until the business is where you envision it to be.
100%.
And then when it's grown enough, when it's set up enough, and then at that point your son is older and you have more freedom
Yeah.
to do more with your son. So
Yeah.
I see it like that. That's what I want for me, to have the time with my kids when it matters.
Yeah.
And yes, you're gonna sacrifice today and maybe for the next few years, but when you look back in 10 years, you're gonna be like, thank God I did that,
Yeah.
because now I can pick up my son and go and
Yeah.
do what I
Yeah.
want,
100%.
and that's what we want, the
Yeah.
freedom of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Which is such a luxury.
That is wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah.
Tolerance.
I mean, yeah. Like it was.
Like, to be
Let's go.
honest, like I'm a person like that takes everything day by day. I do not plan what's gonna happen in a year or tomorrow. Thank you. And I do not.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I'll set a goal for like my year. Like let's say I want to finish this at the end of the year. But to see where it is in 5 years, I have no idea. We'll take it day by day. If it goes well, why not make it bigger? Like do something or stay the way it is because it's perfect the way it is.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I love your mindset, to be honest. You're super positive.
Thank you.
And to be honest,
You don't see that a lot.
Yeah, you don't.
Especially as business owners, like.
But I love also the fact that you're still setting goals for the years. Because if you're setting goals for the year, you're indirectly looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
So it'll fall into place without
Exactly.
you even noticing.
Yeah.
So good
But
for
also
you.
the laid back mentality, like what you put out, the energy you put out into the universe is what you get back. And so the way that you're laid back and just comfortable and happy, you get that back and the rewards will come in.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because of that mindset, because of that vibe, because of the culture that you're gonna create and have created at your salon.
Yeah, like I can see why your clients are loyal. You're super like,
I wanna chill here with
yeah,
you.
I wouldn't mind.
I love that. Like, it's like every day I'm just chilling with clients and
You're
you become
enjoying.
friends at the end. And
Yeah.
it's fun.
It's like sometimes they tell you stuff and you're like, I don't want to hear it. It's like tea. They always give you tea. Like, okay, I didn't want to know that. Like, why did you tell me that?
Trust
Well,
me, it
whatever-
gets interesting. So you do
I know,
want to know.
but it's bad. It's
No,
bad.
but whatever happens in the salon
Salon
stays in the salon.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, that's how you build
100%.
loyalty. But what I'm saying is like, sometimes it's like, okay,
Mhm.
it was too much tea. For me to know.
Too much.
I want to.
I would be a good hairdresser. Oh yeah?
Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it back.
Sorry.
So okay, owning a business, it's amazing and good for you. Like super proud to have met you. We just met. And I love being surrounded by people who, you know,
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah,
and
women.
who are going for it.
Women
And
in business.
You know, like who run the world.
Girls.
Women.
But again, owning a business comes with a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And so what were some unexpected costs that came up that you were like,
Oh my god.
shit?
Okay, so one thing with past experience I've learned is, especially somewhere that is not yours, do not invest a lot.
Mhm.
So
What do you mean by that?
don't put too much money on rentals. Don't put too much
Oh, okay,
money
you
on
mean
having
the
night-
location.
Exactly. Don't. So, to be honest, I don't have much that like surprised me because, again, I didn't set a budget. I knew that I'm not gonna spend like a fortune if I don't know if in 5 years or even in a year that I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, nothing. Like.
Love that.
Absolutely nothing. Like,
So,
everything
Because you
was
thought
like
smart. You were thinking smart. You weren't thinking like, you know.
my biggest expense for me is color and
Mhm.
products. So just to know how to mix color, not to waste product, which I've been doing this. It's been 11 years, so I know how to work with colors. Especially when you pay for them, you're even more careful.
Yeah.
So because of that, it's not that I'm on a budget, but I know what I could do and what I can't pass, basically.
Yeah.
So to be honest, if something like hit me in the face, no at all, because I was just thinking smart. I
Yeah.
wasn't going, oh my god, I'm so happy, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah.
No. You have to think smart and like do some calculations, just not to go overboard.
So that's interesting because a lot of people who start their own business, you know, they
Yeah.
want the biggest, the best, the
Yeah.
Which pisses me off because it's all social media.
yeah.
Like you could find ways to not have all that.
no,
You could make it
100%.
pretty without having to spend a fortune. Look at this. It's beautiful.
I painted my walls.
Wow.
I saved
Oh, and
like
it's like a thing. What do
Oh
you call
my
that?
gosh.
Come on.
Line wash.
I saved $11 a square foot.
Wow.
So if you make the
Look
calculation,
at that. You see?
DIY.
exactly.
And
But
it looks
honestly,
professional.
yeah, and you know what? You've
Like-
been in the business for 11 years, you said.
Mhm.
So I feel like you knew what to expect and you were worked around it in a smart way because you know the industry, you know the prices of the color.
Yeah.
And which brings me to my other question is, do you offer premium packages or even VIP services?
As like a extra thing, no. I do work with the most expensive, luxurious products.
Wow.
So every client that walks in feels luxurious and they feel like
Good.
they have, exactly, they feel like they have money on their head, basically.
Yeah.
Just put extra time, extra service. I find my main thing was the way you act with your client
Mm-hmm.
makes that a VIP and
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
premium package. So the client walks in, she feels comfortable and
They're already feeling like $1 million.
exactly.
Yeah. Amazing.
Amazing.
Well, you did my sister's bridal hair, which she's an
Yes.
expert at that.
Yes,
So,
I love doing bridal. The one thing extra I do like outside the salon is mobile, like for bridal only.
Oh,
So
amazing.
if
Yeah.
there's a bride that wants me to come at home, do their hair, I definitely
Yeah, that's
offer
amazing.
that.
Awesome.
So we can, kind of conclude by saying, I'm gonna ask, Jesus Christ, that was tough.
stop drinking.
Yeah. Oh wow, everyone's empty except me.
Okay, I wanted to say, if you could go back and give yourself a piece of advice if you were at the time where you didn't imagine having your own salon, if you could give yourself a piece of advice or give anyone, young entrepreneurs, advice to start or to jump or to go, what would it be?
Work hard, sweat, no sick days, just work your ass off. And if you want to become someone or get somewhere, hard work is the most important. But the most important thing wherever you are in life, if you're successful or you're someone, always stay humble and
Wow.
giving, because that's how you're gonna keep people and
Yeah.
just have a good team.
Yeah.
And just be humble.
I totally
Wow.
agree with that.
Don't be cocky.
Oh, out the
Just-
door.
Yeah.
Just be giving. Like
Yeah.
people like sticking with people that will be there no matter what and not take advantage of.
Yeah.
That's the piece of advice that I could give. But if you do not work hard, you will not make it anywhere in life.
Yeah, consistency
Yeah.
is key.
100%.
I love that.
And staying
Yeah.
true to yourself.
Yeah.
like
Because
you
I
said.
find like if people they succeed in life and then they just change, they shift, and that's something that I despise. And it's crazy how powerful money could be
100%.
Yeah.
because you just have to stay humble, because if you stay humble, people will respect you and your business will grow.
Yeah.
And I'm so like I love
Yeah.
your advice.
But it's very rare to find people that
Of course.
honestly have money and are still humble, because
Yeah.
you lose it when you see
Yeah.
a lot of money. You just lose
Yeah.
your personality, you lose your character, and you do not think humanly anymore.
Yeah.
If I could say.
100%.
So that's why it's very
Yeah.
important.
Cheers
you
to
need
that.
to find a limit.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I also love women in business.
Yes.
And I wish you and your
Thank
team
you
the best
so
of luck.
much.
And I hope this inspires a lot of people to turn their passion into reality and work hard
And
to
don't be afraid
turn their
to
dreams.
don't afraid to not walk out, but like don't afraid to like
Don't walk out.
to do what you love. And
Yeah.
like, don't be
Do it.
afraid. Just do
Yeah.
it. You know.
And you know you will succeed in the thing
Yeah,
you
of
love.
course. I
100%.
agree.
If you keep doing it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
consistently. That's so important.
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 Like,
Cheers.
subscribe, comment. And
Follow Salon La Suite on Instagram.
Come see your salon.
Oh, yes.
Cheers.
Guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. That was great.